Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the morning, 15 minutes to hopefully change our lives. Hachana for Gimmel Tammuz, coming up to the end of the Maimon last two Eisim. This shir is sponsored by Anonymous for Refuah Shleimah for Fayga, Devorah, Chaya, Mushka, Bas Shoshana. Have a speed for Shleimah in the discourse of our learning. Should have only good and revealed good. Take with me ad mamash. Okay, so now we're going to get into a few points in the Maimon, sort of circling back to the beginning with our questions and getting some clarity. And ultimately, we have to really discuss, because it's something, every time we learn this Maimon, or I learn this Maimon, I've learned it many times, and like learning it this time, it feels like a whole new Maimon. It's a very interesting experience to have, and seeing all these new things that I've never seen before, or perspective I never saw before, which really blew me, and I'd love to bring about it. We're also going to learn the Maimon. Okay, so basically, we ended up saying yesterday that the ultimate, and this is sort of the wild idea that the Maimon is bringing out, that the ultimate way to express the etzem yoneshama as it is connected with the essence is through being crushed in galus. In simple English, making it your own. As we said yesterday, Chabad man pnimius. It has to be yours. You can't sit there, something that bothers me a lot is when people always say, oh, we need to get someone to bring for us. What about you? What do you have to bring about? So this is not about someone coming to inspire you. So this is learning to inspire yourself, connect to yourself. And the Rebbe wanted, and it seems to me what we're saying here, it's something I didn't necessarily know. Maybe I did notice, I didn't remember it. But what the Maimon is saying very clearly, if you pay attention to what we're saying, ultimately the Rebbe's job is to give you the ability to make Moshiach your reality. That's what you want. And this is what we're saying. Because the Rebbe can come and push you. And this is sort of, it's a wild idea, because this is the last thing the Rebbe gives out, the last Maimon the Rebbe gives out. And what did the Rebbe say over here? That ultimately, in the negative, he says, through being crushed, and the fact that you're in Galus, through being crushed from Galus itself, something's causing it, like, for example, the communist Russia. So that is ultimately, it's like in the essence of the neshama, we said there's two levels. So it's like the Mazloy Chazi level, that you see Elikus, so it makes it real, and that's why you're connected. But it doesn't express itself in the totality of who you are. And ultimately, through being crushed from the simple fact of being galus, that brings out that etzem neshama, and it permeates you into every aspect of you. But essentially, what we're saying is that's all yours. The goal we want to reach, the Rebbe is saying here, the goal we want to reach is like the Alter Rebbe said, I only want you. And that's the essence of the neshama being revealed in a conscious way within us. And ultimately what we're saying is when something external is coming from outside of you, it's not really yours. And the whole goal the Rebbe is trying to achieve, and this is what the Maimon is saying, give us this emunah that it should be pnimius, is that we should have the ability to want Moshiach and to be broken by the fact that Moshiach is not here by ourselves. And ultimately that's his message. That's what the message is saying here. And ultimately you can say the Rebbe knows what's going on, and the Rebbe knows that in a few weeks from this Maimon, giving out this Maimon, it's going to be, that's why it's going to, whatever, the Rebbe knows everything that's going on, and he could be not speaking very soon, and Chas v'Shalom, the Gimmel time is going to happen. But ultimately the Rebbe is saying that Moshiach, the demand for Moshiach, and the want for Moshiach has to be yours. And this is very much connected with what the Rebbe said, Chavchas Nissen, that I did everything that I could, and now it's up to you. And Chassidim had a hard time with this. And the Rebbe doesn't mean that, and the Rebbe said it's everything I did is lehevel v'larik. It's worthless because Mashiach hasn't come. But really, the Rebbe says I'm demanding from you. You should do whatever it takes. And even more, the Rebbe says, and the issue that we have is that the Yidden are stuck in their own personal goals. And essentially, what the Rebbe is saying over there, and this is exactly what we're saying here, in a different aspect of it, but the Rebbe is saying that our job is that Moshiach's, that the state of Galus should bother us, not because the Rebbe told us, not because that's what the Rebbe said. Why do I want Moshiach? The Rebbe said, Moshiach. I'm good. I'm happy the way it is, but I have gosh everything. But the Rebbe told me I want Moshiach, so I want Moshiach. The Rebbe is saying no, because even if you do that, it's always a davar neisa. It's always an additional. It's not who you essentially are. And the Rebbe is trying to help us reveal the ma'ar, the luminary, the essence of who we are, and the deepest aspect of that, but it can only come about through ourselves. The Rebbe gives us the tools, but we have to do it ourselves. That's what we're saying here. If you paid attention and think about it, maybe you could do some chazara, and think about what we've been learning, and you'll see how this is exactly what the Rebbe is saying. Anyway, to learn a little bit further, we have to finish it before Friday or by Friday. Okay. Ois Yud Aleph, page 402 in this sefer and wherever you're holding, whatever sefer you're learning from. Ois Yud Aleph. So v'yesh kasha zeh imam mavur ba'maimer. We can connect this with what it says in the Maimer. The Fayga, the Kasav, what it says in the Pasuk, going back to the beginning of the Pasuk. After the Tammuz, we're going to discuss something, a little issue here in understanding the Pasuk. Like we did before, when we talked about the story of Haman, and we said that Kimu Mashi Kiblu Kvar, and we talked about that they took upon themselves, they accepted what they'd begun by Matan Torah. And the Rebbe was Medaik in the Ois over there. He goes, there's a little problem in this shot. Because they weren't really crashed by that point. By that point, it was after the whole crash, and when they were already the Yehudim it was really good for them. So we're sort of doing the same thing here. You'll see. We can connect to what it says in the Maimer. This idea we just talked about now, we bring that with what it says in the Pasuk after the Taver, that you shall command. We have to understand the Pasuk. We have to pay attention. You shall command, meaning Moshe is connecting the Jewish people. It's Bnei Yisrael. V'yikrei lecha, and we should bring to Moshe Shem and Zayis, olive oil. Pure olive oil. So what does this mean? After Moshe connects with the Eibishter, with the Ein Sof, then we bring to Moshe the olive oil. Meaning, Yisrael, through our Avodah, which we just talked about till now, that it should make it our own, that it should be our problem, and it should connect, the essence and the neshama should be connected with us all the way through. Yeah, we add into the level of Moshe. Because remember, Pasuk is saying, after the Tavu, which is Moshe, it's Bnei Yisrael, and we should bring to you, we should bring to Moshe. So that's what we're saying, that through our Avodah, making it real, we give to Moshe. So one of the ways to understand this, in terms of Avodah, in the way we should serve Hashem, and complete this idea. This the Moshe commands and connects the Jewish people who it's like we said before, that he feeds and sustains the morning, that Moshe is giving us after the tzava, that you should connect, that you should give us the ability, you should add in our munah, help us add in our munah. The munah should be besides the way that it's the giluim as loy chazi. Like I said before, because of the fact that the neshama above sees lukus. That's one level of emunah, but we don't want that level. That's not a deep enough level. But we're looking for gam mitzad etzem neshama, the essence of the neshama. There's a bracket here. I want to skip the bracket. Through our avodah in this, that Moshe is giving us this ability. Moshe giving us the ability to helping us reveal the essence of our neshama. Then we have to do our avodah. Even our revealed aspect, the revealed part of us, meaning who we are, day-to-day life, in the framework of the functioning powers, the way we express ourselves, should be connected, should be fitting, should be aligned with the essence of our neshama. Yeah, the essence of neshama is this one level that we can reach. That I want only the Eibishter. There were curses, there were time in the Galus, could happen once in a while. We think to ourselves. But what we're saying here is the Rebbe gives us the ability to be able to have that all the time, and we have to internalize it ourselves. Only when we internalize it ourselves, we're saying, is when we give it to is when we add information. That's what he says. That adds to what Moshe has given us. Moshe gives us the ability to tap into Etzem and Neshama. But only us have the ability to take that and internalize it to make it part of our reality. And that's us giving to Moshe. It's something that Moshe can't give us. And Moshe, the Rebbe, can't make you to want Moshiach to the ultimate extent. Only you can do it. The Rebbe is giving you the tools, and that's what the Rebbe said in Chav Ches Nissen. I've done all I can. He gave us the tools. We have the ability. We just have to be the ones that take it upon ourselves and do it. That's what he's saying here. Because through us revealing the essence of our neshama, but in a revealed way within ourselves, you reveal that it's true source, as it is in us. We're revealing we're taking away the concealment totally. Because when Moshe is giving to us, when the Rebbe is giving to us and is inspiring us, and he's making us crash because we're in time of Galus, ultimately it's a davar neisa. It's like to use it another way of understanding it. It's like when I was a bach in yeshiva. I actually was dating at the time, but I heard when I came back to yeshiva, I was dating Michal. When I came back to yeshiva, she started talked, and he said one of the things he said, and it caused a big drafts. He said he doesn't like when people say a sikh or say something from the Rebbe, and they always say the Rebbe says, the Rebbe says, the Rebbe says, and it bothered him a lot. And he said, and he still bothers him, and it bothers me now as well. And I get it. It took me a few years, but I understand it now. And basically, what he was saying was, when you say the Rebbe says, what you're saying is the Rebbe's opinion is this. What's my opinion? Totally different. And that's not how it's meant to be. It's meant to be your opinion. The Rebbe is giving us this. It's meant to become yours. The Rebbe gave us the tools, make it ours. And this is the whole Chassidus is teaching you. The Rebbe gives you Chassidus. Why does the Rebbe teach you a whole mimer? You could say, listen, Shwa Moshiach. But the Rebbe is teaching us this whole thing, and they have sichus and maimarim adding so much. What's the point? That we should learn it, we should internalize it. Chabad man pnimius, we should internalize it, and it should be our problem. And that's what the Rebbe wants. The Rebbe wants Moshiach to be our problem. That Moshiach should be our problem. And this is what the Rebbe is trying to achieve. And when we do that, when we make it our own, we earn it, then we add to Moshe, we add to the Rebbe. We give the Rebbe something he can't, because he can't do that. He can't make you want it more than you can do yourself. Yeah, and then we'll do quickly a little more. Now I was going to discuss outside quickly, and then I'll explain insights. Outside is going to say in the bracket, a very interesting bracket, basically says he contrasts this idea to Avos Yisrael. That ultimately Avos Yisrael is not this essential level we're talking about, and that's why, like it says in Tanya, you have to make your neshama iker and guf tafel, because naturally you're two separate people, and the obviously you're producing is by changing that. Unlike what we're talking about now, this level that we're reaching is the essence of neshama, that it's revealed itself totally through everything that we do. Let's see, lahayir, and it can be noted. This also causes a unity amongst the Jewish people. This when we reach this level. Why? Because when you have the unity of the Jewish people, the Avos Yisrael and the Achdus Yisrael, that comes about through the essence of the neshama, that's revealed. It's like an additional thing, like we said before. Is me, the essence of neshama, even in the essence of the neshama that's being revealed, it's not totally permeated with me, and that's why that's why it's done through the soul. You have to make the soul ikr and the body tafel, because by body we're separated. Meaning there's the body of us and then there's the neshama of us, and the two separate entities, so to speak. So therefore, you have to separate. You have to look at it from the neshama's perspective, not from the body perspective. But but when we're reaching this ultimate level, which is the essence of the neshama being that's from atzmus, that it's permeating us totally, even in our guf. Therefore, also, therefore, even the way we live life on a physical plane and our physicality is connected in that level, and it's one with that. So therefore, the actus is all equal. Meaning, when we say we're saying if I look at you by your body is not an expression of your etzem, an expression of your essence, of who you are. So therefore, I have to not focus on that, but I look at that and it bothers me and we're separated, and I have to look at neshama, and neshama are all connected. But what we're saying is when you reach this ultimate level, even the body is connected with essence and neshama. And therefore, even the body you can look at and you connect with them. It's a beautiful idea. It's a powerful idea. And it's like a whole for bringing itself into understood. But basically what we're discussing, like we said before, finish off, continue tomorrow. But what we're learning is ultimately the Rebbe is giving us the tools to make it our own, but our job is to make it our own. We should want Moshiach because we want Moshiach, not because the Rebbe told us want Moshiach. We should care about Chassidus, care about Torah, care about Hashem, care about people, not because the Rebbe told us to care about it, not because we learned it somewhere, because we internalize that message and it becomes ours. So I'll ask you a question. You don't say the Rebbe said. It doesn't mean you should stop saying the Rebbe said. You should stop that as well, but it means you should get to the point where you don't feel like this is the Rebbe's idea. It's your idea. To be continued tomorrow, Mr. Hashem.